if you're me and you're a guy and I look at a girl at a bar and I'm like, oh, like she's cute, I like her vibe, whatever that is. And then I stop and I think, well, what if her boyfriend's in the bathroom and I'm 6'5". If he's bigger than me, that's rare, but comes out, or, how do I start that conversation, not be creepy, all of that kind of stuff. And you may still get some creeps for sure, but you kind of eliminate those initial barriers to starting a conversation when everyone's single, their name, and maybe you've got something to kind of prompt a conversation with them, or you've got hosts that are willing to like broker introductions and get that conversation started. It's a total different experience.
Totally.
And that's what people liked.
Oh, for sure. Because you feel like you're going to flop less. There's scaffolding there. And It's scary. I can't imagine approaching somebody. I'm just visualizing that scene, approaching somebody that actually is with somebody, their partner's in the bathroom, and you're like, oh shit, now what?
Yeah.
But in actuality, maybe you're just friendly and you're just saying hi. I don't know. I mean, I'm a female, so it's different, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I think we kind of actually talked a little bit about this in a roundabout way, but I think what's so interesting now is, and I experienced this myself, but what's so interesting now is there's so many ways that you can like upset someone or offend someone or come across the wrong way or whatever, that even if I'm talking to someone in a bar or at an event or something, like I don't know what to do to show interest. So because I don't want to like touch someone on the shoulder or something that doesn't want to be touched on the shoulder. You know what I mean? I had a couple moves back when I was serial dating, like open the door, hand on the back. Like I'm nervous to do that stuff. Just because things have changed.
Right. Since the Me Too movement, I think that like when I talk to men, that is a lot of it. It's like they don't want to misstep and they don't want anybody to misunderstand their intention. So what's happening is there's this pullback now where chivalry, like there are so many people that I talk to that are like, I love chivalry and I don't see it anymore. I feel like it's dead because of all of this fear now to be too like pushy, or so the holding the doors and the paying the bill and offering, it's like all of that is sort of diminished.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
I remember I went
heartbreaking.
It is. It's like the simple basics of dating no longer. But then what I think that does is it creates kind of this paralysis between two people where like maybe they do actually like each other, but one is like he or she or whomever is showing no interest, and the other one's like, I don't know how to show interest in a way that's like appropriate for the situation. And then you've got two people that may like each other and
don't even know it.
They don't even know it, and they go their separate ways.
I always say like communication. So it's like just verbal. Say, how do you feel about this? If I were to open the door for you, or if I were to offer to, pay for our dinner, is that okay with you? Does that feel okay to you? Just be curious. Like, don't make assumptions and bring it up in conversation. Who doesn't appreciate wanting to be better understood, or right? Like who doesn't appreciate
or ask
that?
How they feel.
Yes.
I had a podcast recording yesterday, and one of the things that we talked about, we were talking about men's mental health. It was a mental health advocate and speaker and all this stuff. And one of the things that I've started doing really recently is instead of saying, what do you think about something? I ask them how they feel about it. The answers are totally different. Mm-hmm. So if you think of like, what do you think about, splitting the check on the first date? That answer is typically going to be different if you ask them, what do you think about it versus how do you feel about splitting the check?
Yes.
Because they might think they're supposed to culturally say, I'm my own person, I should split, or even culturally say, well, certain person should pay on the first date because it's a first date and that's chivalry. And instead of like, how do you feel, where how you feel is how you actually want it to go, as opposed to what someone in culture or society is telling you.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet you get so much more fruitful information when you access the feeling. Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening to this clip from the full episode of Eyes Wide Open. Please like and subscribe for daily clips and new episodes that drop every Tuesday. I appreciate you.